Well, there was a dope article about what the music industry can learn from, and I'm going to have to paraphrase because this article is extremely long, but
yeah, paraphrasing.
What the music industry can learn from the success of video games. And the guy that wrote this article, his name is 𝗏𝗚 He's dope, like very good article. We have to post it in the chat or whatever. But he talked about how much bread video games make in relation to recorded music that's been recorded, obviously, in the industry. Some of the numbers that he threw out was there was $12.2 billion made in recorded music versus $1 billion that was made for just Grand Theft Auto 5 in 2020. Yeah. So cumulative,
you have to buy video games.
Yeah, but cumulatively they were like
microtransactions too, though.
Huh?
The microtransactions too.
Yeah. But they cumulatively with all video games was 180 billion. Right? So that's a lot of paper for it as it relates to how much money they were making.
New old heads gaming station coming next.
Talk to him. But what he said was the reason why is because video games are more geared towards their customer base that's interactive. He used Minecraft as an example. I watched Lone play Minecraft. I was sitting there.
My dad still plays video games. He is 70 plus.
There we go. And he talked, and he also talked about how there's always, uploads, roster change, like so many things that keep it interactive versus
unlocked maps.
Yeah, versus with an album, you might get a single that hits, the album comes out, that's it.
Yeah.
So one of the suggestions that he made was, what about, and he used Pop Smoke's debut as an example, what happens if the album comes out and stems are released so that producers can remix it?
Like Kanye?
Huh?
Like you got the stem player that he was trying
to...
Yes.
Similar, but think of like in the because I read part of this article when it came out, but think about it in the sense of like, I drop a song, but then something is released so that like you as a producer, you can go and release your remix on TikTok, but then that revenue could be
it's split up. It's a split up amongst the quote unquote bedroom producer and everybody else that has rights to the music. Now, to me, from a production standpoint, that would make me get way more enthused about certain releases that come out. You know what I mean?
Because like changing the whole way we think about music in the music industry.
Exactly, because this guy is speaking to the point that his albums are stale now. It doesn't hit like it did when we talked about this.
I literally had this conversation yesterday at lunch with Big Bo.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Bo.
Yeah.
It's albums are great, but it's just we're kind of moving.
You're not invested in. You're literally, and this is even an analogy. You're literally not invested in it as much as you were at one point in time.
At all, though.
Yeah.
And there's been albums that have dropped recently that are extremely dope to me, and I found myself in my mind being like, yeah, I like this one. I like this one. I like this one.
It's just like it's going against like the evolution of the human being. So like it. Yeah. I still love albums when they're great, but it's like, where can I find the time to like actually listen to it?
Bro, you know what's crazy? I cringe now, and this is I never thought it would get here, but it does. It's here. I cringe when I see albums that are like 19, 20, 21 records. I'm like, no. Like 10, 11. I'm like, yeah, I can get in, get out. It might be cold all the way through. A couple holes here and there. 22, 23 joints. For what?
Yeah.
Like it's not, and it's unfortunate, but it doesn't hold me. So
I do think I think we have to completely reimagine
consuming music
in the same way. I mean, video games, don't get me wrong. I think microtransactions are horrible. I think it's a ripoff, but at the same time, like we have to reimagine the experience from a user standpoint, and we haven't got there.
When they figure out how to Napster video games,
they won't do it.
Boy.
But see, this is the thing.
You think they won't?
This is the thing with the new generation of video games.
I know some people.
This is the thing with the new generation of video games, because the file sizes are so large, and right now we're dealing with a situation where there's almost a death of physical media. Like, I don't buy physical video games anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I stopped.
I download
everything's digital.
And this is the thing. They've made it more convenient for you to buy or just acquire the games through some sort of like I have Game Pass. They've made it easier for you to have a service like Game Pass or buy things digitally than for it is for you to steal it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's tough.
So like I was playing this game Control. Now I got it through
Shout out to Janet Jackson.
I got it through Game Pass.
I got it free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. And so when I saw there was DLC, I went ahead and bought the DLC. I was like, I got the game for free. So let me go ahead and get the DLC.
Yep.
Downloadable content for those that don't.
Yeah,
know.
downloadable
I
content.
know. I was about to ask. Thank you.
PlayStation Plus just gave away Hitman 2. And there are two maps that weren't available. I almost bought them, but what I am probably going to buy is Hitman 3 eventually.
Everything y'all speaking to is exactly what this guy is talking about.
But
How
then-
interactive the
because see the
whole
thing
experience
is, but once again, we never got used to getting video games for free. We got used to getting them for cheap because like, you know, if you get on the Xbox, there's always something that'll be 50% off. But we
Especially
never
Gold members.
Yeah,
get stuff for free.
You get like 3 free games. They may not be the the most new
Who's a gold member.
but
I mean,
you're gold, man. If you want to play online, shit.
You got a lot of
Just
gold.
because you don't know.
Somebody don't understand video games.
Yeah, I ain't play video games since I was a high
You a
school.
gold member? That must mean you balling.
He got gold on now. Gold
but-
watch, gold chain. I ain't know.
But it's just
Okay.
like think about back in the day when you got a PlayStation,
grown.
or like a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2 game.
Yeah.
Like you got that game, and it was what it was. That was it. You got that experience,
and you were satisfied
and
with that.
you would be done.
Satisfied.
But now, every week there's a patch or like
Listen,
there's something.
if
they
you
fix,
play- if
or they
you're a
add
game- if
level,
you're
or add a gun or something, whatever.
What's the game?
They update the rosters. It used to be when you bought Madden, whoever was on them rosters when you got the game,
That's it.
That was it.
Yeah.
If you've enjoyed this segment of the New Old Heads podcast, make sure you join our live show every Tuesday from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/newoldheads. You can also catch playback of all of our shows on any podcast app and youtube.com/newoldheadsnetwork. And go to newoldheads.com/community to join our Discord.